Hey YouTube, what's up? It's Cecily. Today I have some really great news. My mom got her Ancestry DNA kit back, finally. She had an issue last time. She didn't put enough spit inside of the tube, so they sent her another one and she got her results back today. So I am going to look at her DNA results, compare our ethnic breakdowns, and see who we are related to. Are you ready? So, okay, so ethnicity estimates for both of us. Hide my name. So that's my DNA results right there. And my mom's, just so y'all don't think I'm faking this. And we're gonna do a side-by-side comparison. Okay. Y'all don't even. That make no sense. Story. We always thought my mom was mixed. The stories from Louisiana and from the older folks was that Carrie was maybe a mixed black woman, lighter complected, and that she may have got with a white man, and that may be the reason why they were not together. Okay, that was the story. But looking at this, my mother is more African than I am. My mother is 77% African, and I'm 71% African. Here's a side-by-side of my mom's results and mine. And she is 2% American Indian. My mom has more American Indian in her than I do. And my mom used to tease us about being Native American, and she was like, well, y'all are Native Americans. I'm not. I'm black. I'm just black. She's the Indian. She's the Indian in the family. You got Indian in your family? My mom got Indian in her family. 21% European, and I am 24% European. So I'm more white. How is that possible? I must get the Asian and Middle Eastern from my dad. That makes sense. A lot of people have said my dad looks like he's North African or Arabic. Okay, you don't understand how crazy this is. See, up until this point, I thought that my mother was biracial. I thought that my grandmother was biracial and Native American, half Native American. And so like who I am and what I thought I was is like not true. It's a complete lie. I know if you guys saw my other video when I did my own Ancestry DNA. I mean, yeah, I'm in shock, but I'm still like, I don't know if they get it right in terms of like the numbers. I do know that Ancestry definitely gets it right when it comes to people you're related to. Because as soon as I logged in, I saw my mom's name as being the person I'm related to. So thank goodness we're related. Thank goodness we can start there. Like, you're really my mom. Secondly, I see people that were related to on her side, her family members. And my mom's birth name is Walker. And I've seen some Walkers pop up too. So we got family. I think it's pretty certain that my grandfather was black. This is the weird part, and this is the part where people are gonna say something crazy. But it was easier to assume that she had got with a white man, and it may not have been a relationship that people approved of, okay? Or maybe there was a relationship where the man had more power, influence, or he was in a situation where he could be with her because, let's be real, this is before civil rights, this is 1947, so even in New Orleans, some of these relationships were frowned upon, interracial relationships, let's be real, there were people, white men who took advantage of black, yes, let's be real. So it was easy to assume that he may have been a bad person, a person who oppressed her, who took advantage of her, who was just a negative influence. It was easy to assume that. Don't get mad. And if you know history, especially here in America, you know why. Collect your thoughts. And to not even think that he was a real person that we ever needed to find. And when I talked to my relatives, who are really awesome, remember I told you about my white relatives, that video right there, I was still like, you know, we're related. Like, we should foster a relationship. I've met some really cool people. We're friends on Facebook now. And hey cousin, you know, all that. So regardless, we're all blood. And I want to find family, and I want to get to know whoever I can and see people who look like me and act like me and talk like me and all that. Like, that would be really, really cool. I have that on my dad's side. I don't really have that, but on my dad's side. So this man, a black man, exists, and he is my grandfather, and maybe he's still alive. Maybe he's still alive, and maybe I'll have a chance to actually meet him, or people who are close to him. I really didn't want to cry right now. This is really stupid. But I really didn't want to cry. But I just think that my mom's cool as a cucumber. She's like, girl, check out the results. You're going to laugh. She's not even phased, but maybe she's a little bit. She's just not letting on, but she's pretty tough. And quite as kept, my mom is like the most, she was like the most thuggish, like light-skinned woman in our neighborhood. Tiny little light-skinned woman with this really dark hair. Anybody would mess with us, she'd walk up on them and womp, womp, womp. No, she was business professional. Trust me, she worked for the airport forever. Everyone loved my mom. Your mom is this, your mom is that. People of other races like love my mom. She was like the oracle of her office. When she'd step back into the neighborhood, you know, that dual consciousness that we have, she would get it together. Your mom's like the blackest person I've ever seen. She really is, because she's obviously multiracial, but this is stupid. And I'm gonna get a lot of bad comments. Let me put this down. So pretty much at this point, where do we go from here? What do we do? My last video I said that I feel like I'm a little taxed, like emotionally, from doing all this stuff. Like, there's highs and lows. I'm definitely going to take her raw DNA data and upload it to Gedmatch because it's free and I can find other matches there. I'm really excited. I know you guys saw me looking like a little sad, and I'm like kind of indifferent, forlorn. I'm confused. I'm all over the place. I'm going to email my closest relatives and be like, so hey, we're related. I don't know how. Kind of give them an overview of people, place, and time. And hopefully they can piece together what took place or point me in the right direction. I mean, that's all I can really do at this point. So I'm hoping that between emailing my relatives on Ancestry and uploading my mom's DNA to Gedmatch, then I'll be able to find more people closely related to her, and we can pick up the search again. This is crazy stuff, you guys. It's not easy. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I'm just hopeful that all this searching is not in vain, that I will find the truth, and I've found some truth already. I don't know what to do with it, but thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the feedback. There's a lot of great people who offer support and kind words and advice and share their own stories, and I think that's really amazing, and I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, you know what to do. Please give me a thumbs up. If you have any recommendations on what to do next, I'm all ears. You just hit me up. All right, peace. really, since I found out my mom was adopted. I think I was like 13 or 14. I think my dad told me before my mom told me. So we've always kind of romanticized what we thought she was. Obviously we thought she was black and white, and then there were times I was like, maybe she's like half Asian because she was like so quick, like a ninja, you know what I mean? And that sounds really, it's not racist. I was a child. We were trying to make light of the situation, add some humor, because my mom didn't know who her parents were. So don't come for me.
Did you hear the way she said her to call her mama, and then I would never say.
Don't start. I'm telling you, y'all be looking for reasons to get mad. Can't have no fun without somebody trying to call me out on something.